Right, look at example 1. AC Nielsen reported that between the age of 2 and 5 watch an average of 25 hours of television per week. Assume the variable is normally distributed and the standard deviation is 3 hours if 20 children are randomly selected. So dia bagi average. Average tu that mean maksudnya mean. Okay, mean of the population. So we know that mean of the population is equal mean of the sample, which is 25. Okay. And then bagi tahu kat situ standard deviation. Standard deviation yang dia bagi dalam soalan tu, okay, from question tu, it is standard deviation of the population. Okay. Standard deviation of the population. It is equal 3. And then, if 20 children are randomly selected. 20 tu apa? 20 tu adalah sample size dia. Okay, sample size yang dia nak study. Okay, so we have mean of the sample mean. Okay, so we need to find the standard deviation of the sample mean. It is equal standard deviation divided by square root n. So we know that standard deviation is 3. Okay, standard deviation of the population is 3 divided by square root n is 20. Okay, and then calculate. How do you get? 0. Okay, awak try calculate. Dapat tak 0.6708? Okay, so this is standard deviation of the sample mean. Okay, look at A. State the sampling distribution of the sample mean. Okay, bila soalan tanya macam ni, okay, state the sampling distribution of the sample mean, which mean you have to state that sample mean having normal with mean of the sample mean and variance, okay, variance of the sample mean. You have to state like this. That means substitute the value. Okay, sample mean having normal with mean of the sample mean, which is 25, and then variance of the sample mean. We know that standard deviation is 0.6708. Therefore, 0.6708 square it. No need to solve. Okay, biarkan jawapan macam ni saja. So this is the answer for A. Okay, and then for B, find the probability that the mean, tu keyword dia. Find the probability that the mean. That means we need to find the probability of the samples. Okay, from a probability for the samples from population. Okay, find the probability that the mean of the number of hours they watch television will be greater than 26.3. So we need to find the probability for the sample mean greater than 26.3. Okay. So it is equal, okay, by using formula Z, it is equal X, okay, sample mean minus mean of the sample mean divided by standard deviation of the sample mean. Okay, using this formula. Okay, so from X we need to change to Z, and then even this is equal, we need to follow the equation which is greater. And then sample mean is 26.3 minus mean of the sample mean, which is 25, divided by standard deviation of the sample mean. Okay, kita dah calculate dah, which is 0.6708. So divided by 0.6708. Just substitute saja untuk formula. Okay, and then calculate. How do you get for Z value? Okay, calculate. You guys akan dapat 1.94. Okay, you will get 1.94. And then draw the graph. 1.94, it is positive Z value on the right side. The area, look at the sign. Okay, which is greater than 1.94. Okay, and then use table statistic. You will get awak cari 1.94, you will get the answer is 0.0262. This is the answer. Okay, using table statistics. Okay, you faham nah? Okay, table statistic, table 3, 1.94, awak akan cari, awak akan dapat 0.0262. Alright. Okay, look at example 2. Okay, example 2. Dia nampak dah? Okay. Kalau nak salah, kalau tak nampak. Okay. The average age of vehicle registered in the United States is 8 years or 96 months. Assume that standard deviation is 16 months if a random sample of 36 vehicles is selected. So, you have to state that mean of the population is, okay, dia bagi tahu average average, that mean dia punya mean of the population which is 8 years or 96 months. So awak ambil yang months punya. Sebab apa? Sebab dalam standard deviation pun dia bagi dalam months juga. So ambil yang months punya. So mean of the sample, it is equal mean of the population which is 96. And then standard deviation of the population, it is 16. Okay, 16 months. And then random sample which is n. Sample size dia 36. So we have mean of the sample, mean. And then we need to find the standard deviation of the sample mean, which is standard deviation of the population divided by square root n. So awak substitute the value standard deviation 16 divided by square root 36. Okay, and then awak calculate, you will get 2.6667. Okay, this is the answer. This is the value for standard deviation of the sample mean. And then look at A, state the sampling distribution. Okay, bila dia minta state the sampling distribution, that means you have to state the sample mean having normal with mean of the sample mean and variance of the sample mean. So, sample mean having normal with mean of the sample mean which is 96 and variance of the sample mean which is 2.6667 square. This is the answer. Okay. Then for B, we need to find the probability that the mean, so that is keyword, sampling distribution. Okay, find the probability that the mean of their age is between 90 and 100. 90 and 100 months. So 90 and 100 months. So use formula Z, which is, formula dia apa? Z, it is equal sample mean minus mean of the sample divided by standard deviation of the sample. This is formula. So we know that sample mean is 90 minus mean from the sample which is 96 divided by standard deviation, awak dah calculate 2.6667. And then from sample, we need to change to Z. And then 100 minus mean of the sample mean, which is 96, divided by 2.6667. Okay, and then you have to calculate. Okay, try calculate. You will get the Z value negative 2.25. Another one, 1.5. Okay, 2.25 and 1.5. So, draw the graph. Okay, one is negative 2.25, which is on the left side. One is positive, which is on the right side. So, the area is in between. So we need to find the probability of the area, okay, from this between z value. So when you found one z value, one negative, one positive, the concept is 1 minus probability z more than 2.25. Another again minus probability z more than 1.5. Okay, concept dia when you found one negative, one positive. Okay, so you need to find the probability for z value 2.25. Okay, awak cari dalam table awak akan dapat jawapan dia 0.01222. Try cari dapat tak probability for z value 2.25. And then minus probability z more than 1.5, you will get the probability is 0.0668. Okay, cuba cari dapat tak jawapan 0.0668. And then solve it. Okay, you have to solve. You will get the answer is 0.92098. This is the answer. Okay, so this is sampling distribution. Okay, konsep dia sama je macam normal distribution. Okay, cumanya we take the samples from the population. Alright, you faham dah?